Unveiling the intriguing life of Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy was born into the Russian nobility in the sprawling vistas of Tula Province, Russia, marking the beginning of a life that would weave through the fabric of literary and philosophical history. His early years, set against the backdrop of rural Russia, shaped the sensitivities that would later permeate his writing. Best known for his monumental works War and Peace and Anna Karenina, Tolstoy's novels transcend mere storytelling. They offer a profound exploration of the human condition, warfare, society, and morality, earning him a distinguished place in the pantheon of world literature. His ability to delve into the minutiae of everyday life and its conflicts has captivated readers for generations. Tragedy struck Tolstoy early when he lost his parents, thrusting him into a world of uncertainty. Raised by relatives, these formative years were tinged with the loss that would later echo in his writings, reflecting a deep understanding of human suffering and resilience. Tolstoy's quest for knowledge began at home, under the guidance of French and German tutors, nurturing a polyglot intellect that would greatly influence his literary works. This early education laid the foundation for his expansive view of the world, embedding in him a curiosity that would drive his future endeavors. Enrolling in Kazan University with a focus on Oriental languages, Tolstoy later switched to law, reflecting his restless pursuit of understanding. However, disillusionment with the education system led him to leave without completing his degree, setting the stage for a life of self-directed learning and profound insights into society and human nature. Leo Tolstoy left university without completing his degree, a decision fueled by his disillusionment with the education system. He sought something deeper than the rote learning and rigid structures that dominated academia. This marked the beginning of a journey towards self-education, one that would deeply influence his writings and philosophical outlook. Serving in the Russian army, Tolstoy found himself in the midst of the Crimean War, an experience that would profoundly shape his perspective on life and humanity. The brutality and futility of war confronted him with the stark realities of human existence, themes that would later permeate his literary masterpieces. The Sevastopol sketches, inspired by his time in the military, marked Tolstoy's foray into writing about his war experiences. These sketches offered a raw, unfiltered look at the lives of soldiers and the horrors of warfare, establishing Tolstoy as a bold, empathetic voice in literature. In 1862, Tolstoy married Sophia Bayers, and together they started a large family. This personal chapter of his life, filled with both joy and turmoil, provided rich material for his novels. His experiences as a husband and father would later echo in the complex family dynamics and personal relationships explored in his works. The 1870s brought a spiritual awakening for Tolstoy. He began grappling with moral and existential questions, leading him down a path of radical philosophical inquiry. This period marked a significant shift in his life and work, steering him toward a focus on spirituality, morality, and the quest for meaning. Leo Tolstoy's later years marked a profound spiritual awakening, leading him to develop a unique interpretation of Christianity. He emphasized personal morality and nonviolence, diverging significantly from traditional religious institutions. This radical perspective on faith focused on inner spirituality and the direct relationship between the individual and the divine. Inspired by his deep religious convictions, Tolstoy's philosophical essay, The Kingdom of God is Within You, became a seminal work, advocating for nonviolent resistance. This piece profoundly influenced global figures, including Mahatma Gandhi, who found in Tolstoy's words a blueprint for his own peaceful struggle against colonial rule. However, Tolstoy's unconventional religious views clashed with the Russian Orthodox Church, leading to his excommunication in 1901. This separation from the Church underscored his commitment to his beliefs, despite the social and spiritual cost. His stance reflected a broader criticism of established institutions and their role in society. In his quest for spiritual purity, Tolstoy also advocated for a simpler life. He promoted vegetarianism, the abolition of private property, and a return to a more natural way of living. These principles were not merely theoretical for Tolstoy, he sought to live them out, influencing those around him and readers worldwide. Tolstoy's estate, Yasnaya Polyana, became more than just his home, it transformed into a center for philosophical discussion and experimentation. Here, Tolstoy not only wrote some of his most important works but also engaged with a community of thinkers and followers, exploring the practical applications of his ideals. Leo Tolstoy's journey towards renouncing his wealth and titles stemmed from a profound belief in the equality of all people. This radical stance was not just philosophical but an active pursuit. Tolstoy attempted to live by the principles he preached, advocating for a life stripped of material excess and societal titles. His actions reflected a deep commitment to social and moral reform, challenging the norms of his aristocratic lineage. War and Peace, a monumental work, is celebrated for its intricate depiction of Russian society amidst the Napoleonic Wars. Tolstoy's genius lay in his ability to weave personal lives with historical events, creating a tapestry rich in detail and humanity. This novel is not just a literary achievement but a reflection of Tolstoy's insights into the complexities of life and the interconnectedness of individuals. In contrast, Anna Karenina delves into the themes of love, fidelity, and the search for happiness within the confines of Russian feudal society. Tolstoy masterfully explores the turmoil and existential quests of his characters, making the novel a timeless study of human emotions and societal pressures. His ability to capture the essence of the human condition has made Anna Karenina a cornerstone of world literature. Tolstoy's later works marked a shift towards more moral and religious themes, reflecting his own spiritual and ethical quest. This period was characterized by an intense examination of the principles of nonviolence, personal morality, and the quest for truth. His writings from this era continue to inspire those seeking to reconcile spiritual beliefs with the demands of the modern world. The global impact of Tolstoy's work transcends literature, touching upon political movements and philosophical thought. His correspondence with Mahatma Gandhi is a testament to the far-reaching influence of his ideas on nonviolent resistance and civil disobedience. Tolstoy's legacy is a beacon for those advocating for peace, justice, and moral integrity in society. Leo Tolstoy's exchange of letters with Mahatma Gandhi marked a significant moment in history, reflecting a profound mutual respect between two of the world's most influential thinkers. Their correspondence delved into deep philosophical and ethical discussions, focusing on nonviolence and civil disobedience, which later became pivotal in Gandhi's revolutionary practices in India. Tolstoy's final days were a testament to his lifelong quest for simplicity and moral living. Leaving his home to embrace a simpler existence, he succumbed to pneumonia at the age of 82. This bold move underscored his commitment to his principles, leaving a lasting impression on followers and admirers worldwide. The news of Tolstoy's death sent shockwaves around the globe, sparking an outpouring of mourning. His passing was not just the loss of a literary giant but a beacon of moral and philosophical guidance. His influence had reached far beyond the borders of Russia, touching the lives of countless individuals internationally. Tolstoy's literary masterpieces have transcended linguistic barriers, finding a place in the hearts of readers across the globe through numerous translations. This widespread accessibility has ensured that his profound messages, encapsulating the human experience and the pursuit of moral truth, continue to inspire and resonate with people of all backgrounds. Despite his substantial contributions to literature and philosophy, the Nobel Prize in Literature eluded Tolstoy. His numerous nominations never culminated in a win, a fact that baffles many to this day. Nonetheless, his legacy is not diminished by this absence of recognition. His works and moral philosophy continue to garner admiration and respect worldwide. Leo Tolstoy's diaries and letters shed light on his intricate personality, revealing his inner conflicts and moral dilemmas. These personal writings offer a unique glimpse into the mind of one of literature's giants, allowing readers to understand the complexity of his thoughts and the intensity of his spiritual and philosophical quests. Tolstoy was not just a literary genius but also a pioneering educator. His educational experiments at Yasnaya Polyana broke new ground, emphasizing the importance of personal experience and moral development over rote learning. He believed in nurturing the whole child, advocating for teaching methods that prioritized the individual's interests and capabilities. A fervent advocate for social justice, Tolstoy's nobility did not blind him to the plight of Russia's serfs and peasants. His writings and activism highlighted the stark inequalities of his time, pushing for reforms and advocating for the rights of the oppressed. His deep empathy and commitment to social change were evident throughout his work. Despite his aristocratic origins, Tolstoy's later life was marked by a profound critique of social injustices. He questioned the very fabric of society, from the institution of marriage to the accumulation of wealth, challenging his contemporaries to reconsider their values and the structures that upheld inequality. Tolstoy's nonfiction work traversed a vast array of subjects, including history, religion, and personal development. His essays and treatises reflected his ceaseless quest for truth and his desire to share the insights of his spiritual and philosophical journey. Through his writings, he sought to provoke thought, inspire change, and offer guidance on the path to a more enlightened and equitable world. Leo Tolstoy's profound impact reached far beyond the confines of literature, touching the core of social movements across the globe. His teachings on nonviolence and civil disobedience found resonance in the American civil rights movement. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. drew inspiration from Tolstoy's philosophy, advocating for peaceful protest as a means to achieve social justice. Tolstoy's vision of a society reformed through nonviolent resistance offered a moral blueprint for change, influencing generations to seek equality through peace rather than conflict. Despite his noble birth, Tolstoy's disdain for material wealth marked a radical departure from his aristocratic roots. His advocacy for a simpler, more ascetic lifestyle was not just personal but a public call to action. He criticized the accumulation of wealth and its corrupting influence on society, advocating instead for a life of simplicity and self-sufficiency. This stark contrast to his noble lineage underscored a profound critique of societal values, challenging others to question their own pursuit of material success. The movement known as Tolstoyanism emerged as a testament to the enduring influence of Tolstoy's ideas. This philosophy, grounded in principles of nonviolence, simple living, and the pursuit of personal morality, attracted followers worldwide. Tolstoyans sought to embody the ideals espoused by their namesake, living in communities that rejected societal norms in favor of a collective commitment to ethical living. This movement underscored the global reach of Tolstoy's vision, demonstrating the practical application of his philosophical teachings. Tolstoy's contributions to pacifism have cemented his status as a moral authority for advocates of peace. His writings on nonviolence laid the groundwork for future movements and provided a philosophical underpinning for opposition to war. By emphasizing the moral imperative of nonviolent resistance, Tolstoy offered a powerful alternative to the prevailing attitudes of his time, advocating for peace as the most noble of human pursuits. In the realm of education, Tolstoy was equally revolutionary. His writings emphasized the importance of personal experience and moral development over rote learning. He believed that education should cultivate not just the intellect, but the soul, fostering a sense of moral responsibility and self-awareness. This holistic approach to learning reflected Tolstoy's broader philosophical concerns, integrating his beliefs about personal morality with his vision for societal reform. Leo Tolstoy believed deeply in the transformative power of art. He saw it as a vessel for societal change, arguing that literature could inspire individuals to reflect on their morals and actions. Tolstoy's own works often explored themes of justice, ethics, and personal responsibility, seeking to provoke thought and foster a better society. Though he achieved great fame for his novels, Tolstoy was plagued by existential doubts throughout his life. These concerns often surfaced in his literary and philosophical texts, revealing a man constantly in search of life's meaning. His writings provide a window into his soul, showcasing a journey of spiritual and moral questioning. Yasnaya Polyana, Tolstoy's estate, now serves as a museum, immortalizing the legacy of one of literature's giants. Visitors can walk through the rooms where he lived, wrote, and pondered the deep questions of existence. This museum not only celebrates his literary achievements but also his philosophical pursuits and the impact they had on the world. Tolstoy's influence extends far beyond the borders of Russia, touching the lives and works of global literary figures like James Joyce and Virginia Woolf. They, among others, drew inspiration from Tolstoy's exploration of human consciousness and societal norms, weaving similar threads into their own groundbreaking works. Ultimately, Leo Tolstoy remains an enduring symbol of the quest for peace, justice, and understanding in literature and beyond. His contributions to literature and philosophy continue to inspire movements, provoke thought, and challenge the status quo, cementing his place as a timeless figure in the annals of human history.